Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Ochoa, and I've been an elementary bilingual education teacher for 4 years. Today, I will be going over a brief introduction of Meyer's 12 multimedia principles. If you're an educator, then you should know that 70% of students, according to a survey by the University of Potomac, prefer digital learning to traditional classrooms. So, if you want to find out how to implement new ideas into your classroom to increase engagement, stick around for this video. Number one, the multimedia principle. Your students will learn best from a combination of both words and pictures. Instructional designers should use words like text or narration and visuals like images, animations, or videos rather than only one channel. Number two, the coherence principle. Learning is more effective if unnecessary information is excluded rather than included. Make sure to only include graphics, text, or narratives if they are relatable and support your learning goals. Number three, the signaling principle. You should make it easy for your students by highlighting what's important. Too much information can confuse the learner, making it harder to work out the most critical elements. Emphasize your key points with arrows, callouts, highlights, or bold texts. Number four, the redundancy principle. Try to avoid presenting the same information in multiple formats simultaneously. Add on screen text and you risk overwhelming your students. Redundant information can create an overload and gets in the way of learning. Opt for including either graphics or text to complement spoken presentations. Never use both at the same time. Number five, the spatial contiguity principle. Meyer says text and visuals should be presented close together on the screen to maximize learning. Avoid spatially separating text from related graphics or animations so learners can more easily understand the relationships between them. Number six, the temporal contiguity principle. This principle suggests that students learn best when words and pictures are presented at the same time rather than one after the other. Simultaneous presentation allows learners to process the information together and build meaningful connections. Number seven, the segmenting principle. Meyer found that better learning outcomes are achieved when information is segmented. For developers, this means breaking down complex information into smaller, manageable chunks. Ensure no one lesson, module, or slide has too much information packed into it. Number eight, the pre-training principle. When it comes to multimedia learning, this principle states that people learn better when they already know the basics. You can't expect a student to complete a task using a certain program if they have no experience with it. Pre-training activates prior knowledge and primes learners to understand better and retain new information. Number nine, the modality principle. The modality principle says that students experience deeper learning from visuals and spoken words than visuals and text. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have text on the screen. It's more about ensuring a balance, as too much text can overwhelm students. Number 10, the voice principle. People learn better when real presenters rather than machines make voiceovers. So take the time to narrate your own audio content or use a voiceover professional. Make sure you have a high quality microphone and use audio editing software. Number 11, the personalization principle. Learning with multimedia works best when it's personalized and focused on the user. Avoid formal language and instead use a conversational tone to engage your learners. Consider the demographics of your target audience and tailor your language accordingly. Number 12, the image principle. This one may be a little ironic, but the image principle suggests people may not learn better from talking head videos. Visuals and graphics can often be more effective than having a speaker's image. Consider using talking head videos initially to develop connections and build trust. Now that I've briefly introduced all the 12 principles, you can watch some of my classmates' videos that will go more in depth with each one. This way, you'll be truly prepared to have a successful digital classroom.